What's up, guys? Classy Metal here. Forgive me, I just ate dinner and I ate entirely too much. So if I get to burping and farting and everything else in this video, that's what's going on. I usually don't record in the evenings, but I got a huge haul in today from Life After Death Productions. I haven't done a good old unboxing video in some time. I do collection updates and grab bags and everything, but I haven't done just a good old unboxing. I figured it was about time. I ordered a ton. I ordered more than I probably should have, but there was a sale that came through my email. And okay, first, if you don't take anything else from this video, please go to the Life After Death 616 link that is going to be in the subscription and subscribe your email to their newsletter and to their updates. If not, you're going to miss out on some killer deals. Everything in this box was half off. The entire site was half off. I was sitting there. I wasn't even planning on doing an order. The email came in. I saw a 50% off code and I just went nuts with it. And I just got an email today that was actually 61% off the entire store. I'm not going to give you that code. You have to go subscribe and get that newsletter and get the updates, and you will get a code too. So definitely do that, or you're going to miss out. The stuff will sell out before you can get your hands on it at that price. I ordered a ton. I'm just going to bust this open, and we're going to go through it. I'm going to show you guys what I picked up. You've seen me do some Life After Death Productions hauls in the past. It's a label that I order from quite often. Lots of killer death metal on that label. In this package that I'm opening up today, I've got some death metal, I've got some black metal, and there is some thrash. There is for sure. I ordered so much I can't remember everything that's in there, but there is for sure, I know, one traditional heavy metal CD in this as well. The distro is always packed with good stuff, and I'm telling you, you need to go subscribe and get these discount codes. Looks like I got some stickers starting off. We've got a cathartic sticker, killer death metal band there. Actually going to be showing some of their material somewhat soon if I ever get around to doing the collection update for the Adirondack Black Mass order that I did. We've got a Gutless Productions sticker, and I'm thankful for stickers because I have a new desk that I am trying to cover with stickers, and it is going very slow. And then we have a Unholy Domain promo card. It says death metal label since 2009, so I'm going to have to check this stuff out on here. You have Enthrallment, some 90s death metal there. Corpse God. Looks like they do some throwback death metal releases on Unholy Domain, so I'll definitely have to go check that out. In this box, I've got cassettes, I've got CDs, I've got vinyl, I've got everything. I've got a shirt, and we're just going to get into it. The first one, this one was a blind buy just because I love Wise Blood Records. This was in the distro for Life After Death distro. There's stuff in here from all sorts of labels. This is Veilcast and Tusk. It is a split CD. I'm not familiar with either of these bands, but I've heard so much good stuff on Wise Blood Records. I just figured at 50% off, I would be a fool not to take a stab at that and see what I'm getting there. Next one, I've heard some good stuff about this one as well. It was released on Rotten Tomb Records. This is Congenital Deformity with Progenies of the Cemetery. I have not heard this. I've only heard good things, so I figured I would also do a little bit of a blind buy. And I mean, it was 50% off. What, you know, even if I don't like it, I can rehome it and I won't be out anything. But the people that I've heard speak highly of this, I value their opinion, and I think I'm in for something really good on that one. Next up, we have some Hungarian death metal. Don't sleep on the Hungarian death metal scene. I have found some amazing death metal, surprisingly, out of Hungary, and this is no different. I'm not sure. I think it's just pronounced Os. It's OS is the name of the band, and this is Stationis Via Mortis. Just some killer death metal. I know you guys have probably seen that artwork shown around. I've seen this kind of shared around on social media. I definitely saw it kind of passed around a little bit ago. Maybe maybe first part of 22, even maybe 21. I remember seeing the artwork on Bandcamp popping up all the time, and then I remember seeing it shared around on Instagram as well. I really do enjoy this full length. This was released on Morbid Chapel Records. Just going to continue on with the CDs because they're right up here first. Next up, we've got an EP that was released, I think, last year on Caligari Records. If you know Caligari Records, you know you're in for something good. That's one of those, when you see that stamp on the back, you know 99.9% of the time you're in for some filthy, a lot of times old school death metal, but some sort of death metal, and this is no different. This is Krypton with a Vile Emergence. I've been looking and eyeballing this one on the Life After Death storefront for some time now. So once that discount code hit that email, there was no stopping me from definitely picking that one up. Killer death metal out of Illinois. I believe that band's out of Illinois. Next up, this is Ineternum with Nuclear Armageddon. This one was a blind buy. It was released on Cryptorium Records in 2020. The artwork on that that definitely was a selling point for me. Anytime that I have, you guys know that I do grab bags and stuff like that all the time. So blind buys is something that's kind of a throwback for me, like going into a CD store back before we had cell phones with YouTube and everything at your disposal to check it out. You would go into a record store, you would look at the artwork, look at the label, all that stuff, and then do a blind buy based on that. And this was kind of a throwback with Ineternum, just going back to the olden days there. Next up, we have some female-fronted doom metal. This is Wasteland Coven with Ruined. This was released on Morbid and Miserable Records. I did listen to this one a little bit before pulling the trigger and buying it. I did look it up on YouTube and listen to it while I was making this huge stack of stuff in my shopping cart there. I did like what I've heard, so I'm looking forward to spending a little bit more time with this. I think it's just a 3-track EP on that one. Next up, we've got some more death metal coming from Life After Death. You know that it's chock full of death metal. I had this on cassette already, but I wanted a CD copy of this. This is Self-Loathing and Mudlung with their split entitled Malefic Hallucinations. This is another really solid release. I don't think it's been shared around and given the proper kind of spotlight that it deserves, because this is a very strong release. You will see one of these bands and on the merch thing that I have showing up, and I actually own a long sleeve for the other band that that is on that split. Next up, we've got some traditional traditional heavy metal out of Peru. This is so fun. It's an EP. It comes in a little bit over, probably about 22 minutes if I had to guess. But with warmer weather coming up, this is like a soundtrack for warmer weather. This is Hyena with Live at Sanctuary. This is just a fun release. I absolutely love this. A little bit out of the wheelhouse of stuff that I listen to on a daily basis. It's kind of a throwback. Like it almost sounds like it's straight out of the 80s. but it is a ton of fun, and it just sounds like a summer night party soundtrack, and I really do love it. As I said, that's Hyena with Live at Sanctuary. Let me make myself some room over here, and we'll continue on. I still got more CDs to get through. We have Holy Death with The Night, Death, and the Devil. This was another blind buy. This was released on Only Old School Metal Is Real and Old Temple Records. I did a huge haul of Old Temple Records releases from Paragon Records not too long ago, and I was super pleased with all the stuff that I was receiving off of that label. So when I saw Holy Death and the Old Temple Records on the Life After Death distro site, it actually tells you the label under the release, so you already know what label you're getting into. When I saw Old Temple on that, then that was enough for me to go on and do a blind buy on it. Next up, we have Goatcraft with Barbaric, Hatred, and Doom. I did listen to this one a little bit on YouTube. This is some nasty, filthy, evil sounding stuff. You can kind of get that feel just from the artwork and the pictures there on the back. Very blackened. If memory serves me from when I listened to what I did, it sounded very war metal-ish, but I dug. I remember really liking it, and looking forward to spending some time with this one. So all of this stuff, this is a shameless plug for me. If you don't follow my Instagram, I post stuff all the time, almost daily. I'm posting albums and sharing bands and everything for you guys. It's kind of like an extension of this. I know I have the Facebook link down there, and I do post on Facebook sometimes, but I post on Instagram stuff for this channel way more, and stuff that not necessarily always just for this channel, but I post a lot more on Instagram music-related stuff that I do on the Facebook. So just a kind of a shameless plug there for me. Next up, we have a compilation release from Holocausto. This is De Volta o Capo di Exterminio. Yeah, I butchered that, but hey, some more death metal. I believe they're kind of death grind, if I remember correctly, on Holocausto. I love that band photo right there on the back. I absolutely love that. This was released on Warcore Records. Okay, we actually, man, I got a ton in here. I outdid myself. I'm a little embarrassed. Okay, next up we have some Blackened Thrash. This is actually, okay, the band started out as a thrash metal band, pretty much, and then they kind of delved into death and thrash metal together. And this newest release, I'm pretty sure this one came out last year. They had a hiatus and maybe even some lineup changes over a period of probably about 5 years, and this was kind of a comeback album, and they definitely kind of dipped into Blackened territory. And a lot of times you can kind of hear regionality in albums, and this is one that is like that for me. This is probably my favorite of all of their releases. They had more of this band's releases on Life After Death, but on the web store, but this is the one that I really wanted. As I was saying, you can kind of feel the regionality coming out of this. This is a band out of Canada, and it just has that cold, hateful, blackened feel going on. It just feels like Canadian blackened thrash to me. This is Rioter with a Recrudescence of Darkness, and this is I really, man, I've spun this on YouTube several times, so I'm glad to actually have a physical copy of this. I listen to music pretty much all day while I'm at work, and I listen to music a lot when I'm at home as well. I spend so much of my time, I don't really watch TV. I don't really do much else. I'm kind of boring on that aspect. So I'm glad to have this on a physical format because I've been listening to it on digital, and I am a junkie for physical. I don't know where I was going with that little ramble as far as listening to music, but I do listen to a damn ton of it. Next up, we have hippoprinia, and this is self-titled. I don't know anything about this, so I was intrigued by the artwork. I guess I can show that to you guys. As I said, I was intrigued by that. I don't know anything about it. So this is one, if you want to hear some more, either you're going to have to look it up for yourself, and at some point it will be, I'm sure, posted on the Instagram page, because I don't know anything on that one. So it was a total and complete blind buy. I hate it when I watch videos and people show something and they don't know anything about it. I don't like to do that, but I was very guilty on that one. Next up, we have morbazad with Muerte de Cristo and Golgotha. Yeah. Blackened, some more blackened stuff. This was released on Morboso Metal under an Old Temple. So anything from Old Temple kind of draws my attention into it, and it makes me, and I'm kind of, like, hey, I want to check this out and I want to listen to it. So next up, we have Hellspawn with In Agelessness. This is another Old Temple release. There was a huge Old Temple Records distro update, I guess, on the Life After Death site. So I definitely jumped into that one and head over heels into that one, apparently. So, as I said, I ordered so much I don't even remember. This is kind of fun for me because I had forgotten everything that was coming in on this. We've got another Holy Death release. This one is Forever Burning Ashes, and it's in the slipcase. I'm going to show the back. It might get this video taken down because we got some naked chicks, we've got some boobies, skulls, and corpse paint. So, and I said, I think the titties kind of, I lost my train of thought on that one, but I can't get it out of the slipcase. It might be best not to take it out because I don't know what that artwork is going to look like. There might be no telling what. I mean, if you got some just brazen nipple and titties on the back of that, no telling what that artwork is on the inside. That might be something I have to open up with the Kleenex and lotion later. Next up. We have Evil Wrath with A Pact with Satan, The Fall of Man. And I guess just the name, just the artwork, and the album title, you know that you're in for some black metal with this. This was released on War Cult Productions. I'm pretty sure this is this leans into that war metal territory. That artwork on the front is pretty vicious. I'm going to show that again. I don't know if you guys could get a clear view of that, but that is nasty. Next up, we're almost done with the CDs, and we'll move on to the cassettes. Next up, we have Tandem with Advena. This is another one that I just kind of been eyeballing on the site. I don't really know a whole lot about it, but it was one that the artwork had really kind of piqued my interest, and it made it something that I wanted to check out. So now I definitely have the chance to do so. I have so much stuff that's been coming in lately that I'm going to have music just stacked up for days and days of stuff to listen to. So that's not a bad thing at all. It's just it makes me a bit indecisive sometimes trying to figure out what I want to listen to, especially when I have so much new stuff in. And then the last CD, I think this is the last CD that I picked up, is Infernal Curse. This one is self-titled 4-track EP. It was released on Obliteration Records. So I do have, it actually has the little card. I forget the little thing that goes on the outside. I forget what the actual term for that is, but I'm also pretty tired because it's actually past my normal bedtime. You guys will see this probably tomorrow. I may do this as a premiere, or I may just go on and upload it, but I'm recording much later than I like to, and I have to be up at like 5 in the morning for work. So I've got 4 cassettes that I'm going to show you guys. First up, we've got To the Dogs with their demo. This was I think their very first release. It's on this red shell. Well, it comes in this red shell. I may open it up so we can actually look at the tape on that one. If you've been following my channel any amount of time, then you probably saw my album of the year list, and you saw that I had To the Dogs on their full length that came out, Light the Fires. That was on my end of the year list, and I had several people tell me that I should check out this demo, and it comes on this red cassette. I thought it was on a red, but I wanted to make sure. I checked it out. I really like this. It's kind of crusty, blackened, thrashy death metal. You've got elements of thrash, black metal, death metal, and crust going on. This is a short demo. I think it comes in at under 10 minutes, if my memory serves me correct. I love that full length, but it's nice to have this demo on a physical format now as well. Next up, we have Hapless Wretch. This is some death metal. This is, I guess, more along the lines of blackened death metal. This came out, it hasn't been out terribly long. I had a little cheat sheet for some of this, but I don't have this one on there. It was UK. This is a band, I believe they're out of England. I know they're out of the UK, but I think they're out of England. But it's some kind of sulfuric, black and nasty death metal. Comes on this like solid red cassette there, so that's pretty cool. There we go. And that was also released through the Life After Death label. Cutting all of these open. We've got some more death metal. Go figure. This, I think all 4 of the cassettes I'm going to show were all released under the Life After Death banner. This is Unearthly Rights. Death metal out of Finland. And it's nasty. It's just a 4-track EP, but I really like this one. I know I've said that like 150 times in this video already. Killer looking white shell on there with the artwork. It just pops. It looks great. So I'm glad to have this one on a physical format as well. If you haven't checked them out, definitely do so. This may be the only release that they've done so far. I'm not really certain, but this little demo, this little EP, it does slap really hard. And then the last cassette I picked up is some brutal death metal. It kind of leans into maybe even brutal death grind. This is Trench Stitch with Trifecta of Perfecta in this purple case, and I think that, yeah, the cassette is black, but this is some brutal stuff. This is just like war-driven brutal death metal, and it's some killer stuff there. That artwork just looks filthy as well. So next up, I did get a shirt. I'd been eyeballing this one on the site for a while as well. I'd actually had it in my cart and taken it out a couple times when I was buying other stuff and like managing how much I was going to spend. I figured since I was going all out this time, we might as well go all out. And I picked up this Self-Loathing t-shirt, death metal out of Ohio. I showed the split that they have with Mudlung. I actually own a Mudlung long sleeve already, and this has the Ohio death metal like banner thing there on the back of the shirt, so that's pretty awesome. I'll probably end up wearing that to a show here pretty soon. Speaking of shows and Life After Death, I'm kind of gutted that I didn't get to go see Tomb Sentinel. They're playing in Memphis tonight, but between health issues, money issues, I've spent for some reason I'm kind of broke. I don't understand why, but mainly the health issues that I've been having. I was just kind of not filling up to getting out and going to a show. But I am very upset that I didn't get to go make that because I would love to see Tomb Sentinel live. So hopefully, at some point in the future, I will get to kind of rectify that. Now we'll show the vinyl. Then we'll wrap this video up. I've been keeping you guys here for quite some time. First up, we've got some kind of alright, it's a bit. I would call it Lovecraftian death metal out of Spain. This is Oniricus. I think I pronounced that right, with La Cuerda de Fuego. This came out in 2016, and it is some kind of, as I said, Lovecraftian themed old school death metal. But it's killer stuff. I do like this. I was excited to see this on the web store. Been picking up more vinyl lately, unfortunately, because that can get expensive very fast. Have a Rise the Dead Records sticker that was in this. We have the pretty thick lyric booklet there. I'm not going to just go all into that, but the actual vinyl itself looks absolutely sick. It's on this splatter with like gold and white and black, and it's on the clear vinyl. That looks absolutely sick to me. So that was a good selling point for me on that one. Gonna set that to the side so I don't damage it, and we're gonna move on. Next up, we have an EP. It's labeled an EP. It actually clocks in at over 30 minutes. So, I mean, if we're going to get technical about it, is it really an EP? But it's classified as an EP. It works for me. And it's probably this band's best material. It is definitely my favorite release that they've put out. I'll take it out of the plastic there. This is Dagaroth, and black metal out of Poland. The name of this EP is, before I go blank on it, Evil is the Spirit. There we go. And as I said, it's labeled an EP. It's about 31 minutes, but it is some phenomenal black metal. This band goes places on this EP that they hadn't done on their actual full lengths, and I've found this to be completely enjoyable. I've listened to it on YouTube several times. Has the lyric sheet there on the inside. I think it's just on black vinyl, but we'll look at it just to see. If it's on black, I'm not even going to take it out of the sleeve. Yeah, it was just on black vinyl. I had a feeling that's what it was on. That works for me. Black metal just feels better on black vinyl. I don't know if that makes any sense, but and when I was first purchasing any vinyl, I was only purchasing black metal vinyl. I've expanded, obviously, beyond that. But for me, when I was thinking of spinning a vinyl record, it was always black metal that I was kind of leaning to listen to on that particular format. We've made it to the last thing, empty box finally, and I'm broke. If you would like to donate, no, I'm just kidding. But I'll show you guys the last thing. This is actually a Life After Death release on vinyl. It was Life After Death and Dark Horizon Records co-release. This is Intolerance with Laments from the Dripstone Cave. I have this on CD already, but I wanted it on vinyl when I saw that when the sale was going. I was like, you know what, I'm grabbing a vinyl of this as well. Killer death metal out of Spain. I believe they're out of Spain, yeah. And it's just murky, kind of abyssal, murky, sulfuric, almost cavernous death metal. And it has some very, very, a lot of death metals go for the blood and guts and gore. These guys go to a much darker place. They don't do the guts and gore. They go to just torment, lost soul, torment, abysmal death metal. It's the best way I can describe it. And it just has that murky, cavernous feel to it, and I absolutely love it. It can transport me to a very dark place if I'm in a mood to do that, to go there. And I almost feel like I'm in the Dripstone Cave or something there. It's just on black vinyl, so I'm not going to open that up. I don't mind. I'm not one of those people that has to have the fancy variants and stuff on vinyl because I don't. I mean, I'm in it for the music. I mean, it's cool to have those variants and stuff, but black vinyl works just fine for me. And it actually came with a patch, an Intolerance patch. I didn't know that that was in there, so that was a cool little addition. I've kept you guys here for 30 minutes. I apologize. I didn't think that this video would be that long. I should have known because I ordered so much. But hopefully you find some stuff in here that you like. I hope that you kind of heed my warning and go subscribe to that email and get the discount codes sent to your email. As I said, I got one today that was 61% off. I mean, I guess I could have waited, bought this stuff on that one, but at the same time, a lot of this stuff would have been sold out. So there's always killer discounts coming in that email. So you definitely want to subscribe and get in on that. Life After Death is linked up in the description. I can't take the time to list every one of these and show it. If there was something on here that you didn't quite catch and it's something you want to check out, just hit me in the comments and I will definitely take the time to steer you in the right direction and let you check that out. That's all I've got for today. March's Metal Month is rolling to an end. The health issues kind of hampered some of the stuff that I wanted to do, unfortunately. But the good thing about it is every month is Metal Month on this channel. I still have stuff stacked up for days that I want to show you guys, and we're going to get around to seeing that. So that's all for tonight. Stay classy, stay metal. I'll see you guys very soon, I promise.